talk also about the Packaging and Packaging Waste Regulation, or short PPWR. It's an abbreviation you'll hear more often than not in Brussels. The PPWR is the most important piece of legislation when it comes to packaging. It regulates everything from, let's say, the conception of packaging, design even, to its end of life, what happens when it becomes waste. So you can imagine that for us as a company, as a reusable transport packaging company, it's a very important piece of legislation. And even more so because, of course, we are a reusable packaging, and that's still kind of new in Brussels. Everybody knows that most packaging is recyclable, but not a lot of people know how reusable packaging works, and that it actually works really well, definitely in the B2B sector. So when it comes to the PPWR, it lays down a lot of things. One of the things that's quite important for us are, for example, reuse targets. We want the supply chain to be as reusable as possible, so we know from a policy perspective that reuse targets will push the logistical supply chain to be more reusable. Of course, we've seen also in the last couple of months that there's still quite a strong lobby as well from other people that are focusing more on the recycling issue and not so much on the reuse issue. So that's some of the things that we're struggling with in Brussels. Another important topic in the PPWR is recyclability. Of course, rightfully so, the European institutions want all packaging to be more and more recyclable over the next 5, 10, 15 years. So we see that there's a lot of targets, new targets by 2028, 2030, 2035 to make packaging more recyclable. For us, as plastic packaging, of course, that's very important too. But we know that for reusable transport packaging, we are 100% recyclable. So, the higher the targets, the better for us. If you compare it, let's say, to cardboard or carton, the story there is different. Recyclability is a bit lower. So, coming back again to the issue about reuse versus recycling, reusable transport packaging, we are fully reusable and recyclable. So, of course, we can present a good solution in a supply chain, mixing the best of both worlds. Another question that people, of course, often ask is, how do we switch from a system of single-use linear economy to a system of reuse circular economy? It's rightfully so, it's a challenge, but of course, for us as a company, we work in this area every day already for decennia. And that's a bit the thing about talking about reuse. It has been a proven solution already for decennia in the B2B sector. And that's, of course, where our expertise is as well. And you can kind of link it as well with the implementation of PPWR. There's a lot of questions. How are the reuse targets, for example, going to work in practice? We've been doing this for so long already that we also say, we're here. If you have any questions, also for the EU institutions, just knock at our door and we're more than happy to help you out and help you implement the PPWR all across Europe.